Man, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I'm glad to be back. For those of you that have been following us for a while, you know that we've been, full-time into entrepreneurship the last 4 years, and we've been manifesting moving into our dream apartment in Scottsdale, Arizona, and that's finally happening. And it's just crazy to think back where we started, a little over 4 years ago when we moved to Phoenix, Arizona, flipping couches full-time out of a little tiny storage unit, and just had a little van to get started, and just seeing, looking back the last 4 years and on how far we've come. Another big goal of ours since we moved to Arizona was always to be able to bounce back and forth, spend half the year in North Dakota and the rest of the year in Arizona when it gets cold here in North Dakota in the winter time. And that's actually where we're at right now, is North Dakota. We've been here for the summer and been flipping all kinds of things, building our businesses simultaneously, and be able to work virtually from anywhere in the world, and just starting to realize, how blessed we are to be able to do this and be able to pour all of this knowledge and information, everything that we've learned the last 4 years about entrepreneurship into others. But today I'm going to be bringing you guys with and showing you everything that we've been up to. Since we've been home this summer, this is the first summer that we've been able to come home and be able to spend time with family and, just get back to our roots, because I think it's very important to always remember where you came from and where you started. And, it's nice to unplug. Don't get me wrong. I love living in the city life down in Arizona. But I also, I grew up in the sticks. I grew up on a farm, and it's just nice to be able to come here in the summer, unplug, get grounded, and be able to spend time with family. So it's been a ton of fun. But I just got done on a call with some of our members inside of our reselling community, and I was just sitting and reflecting, how blessed I am to be able to pour everything that I've learned over the last 4 years about entrepreneurship and reselling, and be able to pour that into others and get them results and help them live the life of their dreams and their desires. Because, 4 years ago, I was flying full-time as a flight instructor in my hometown, and I was supposed to, I got my 1,500 hours. That's how many hours that you need to go fly for the airlines. And I did my interview in Denver, Colorado, and I was for SkyWest Airlines, and I was supposed to start flying for them about 3 months later. That's when my training was supposed to start. This was in 2020, and the world, ended up doing what it did in 2020, and they ended up laying off all the pilots. And I saw that as a blessing in disguise, because when I was flying full time, I was doing flight instructing in my hometown, doing some survey and charter flights, and I started realizing very quickly that that wasn't the lifestyle that I wanted to live long term. I was starting to miss my son's birthdays, holidays, and all kinds of family and events, and I just realized real quick that that wasn't the lifestyle that I wanted to live long term. One thing that I did learn, though, when I was flight instructing full time, is how much I became obsessed with being able to take somebody who was completely brand new to aviation, didn't even know how to start a plane, and being able to pour everything that I knew about aviation and flying into them, and being able to transform them into a professional pilot. There was no greater feeling in the world than that. And here I am 4 years later, just sitting here pondering and realizing that I'm living the life that I literally dreamed of before. I used to sit on the same exact swing right here and just swing for hours in silence and just visualize, the life that I wanted. And here I am 4 years later, living the life that I dreamed of when I was sitting here on the swing. And it's just crazy. Like I said, when I would sit on the swing, I would visualize being able to live somewhere warm like Phoenix, Arizona, while still being able to come back to our hometown at least half the year in the summer when it's nice out, so my kid can still grow up and see his cousins and his grandparents, and I can still see my nephews and nieces and my parents and grandparents while we still can. So it's just sitting here just realizing how blessed I am to be able to live this lifestyle. And on top of all of that, I get to take that same obsession that I had of, pouring everything that I knew about flying and aviation into somebody that was completely brand new and transform them into a professional pilot. I get to take that same exact obsession and pour everything that I've learned about entrepreneurship and business and being able to live the lifestyle of your dreams, and pour all of that into others and be able to get them results as well. There's no better feeling in the world than that. But anyways, since we've been back in our hometown this summer, we're getting ready to head back to Phoenix in about 2 weeks. But we came here in May, and when we first got here, I wanted to see how much I could make flipping things. And, you know, if you've been following for a while and you've listened to, you know, how I got started flipping and all of that, I flipped over 100 cars throughout high school and into my early 20s, mainly focusing on Subarus because in North Dakota, people love the all-wheel drive cars. And I thought that's what I was mainly going to focus on when we came here this summer. So I ended up flipping a few Subarus when we first got here, but I wanted to try something new. So I decided to focus on flipping pontoons and jet skis and campers and stuff like that. So we ended up flipping a whole bunch of pontoons, like 5 or 6 of them, a camper, several jet skis, and it's been a ton of fun. And you know, since the last month now, you know, since we're getting ready to leave, we sold all of that stuff, and what we've been focusing on now is flipping furniture. In just the last few weeks now, I think we've made over like $3,000 profit just flipping furniture.
Up the other end of the push.
All right, now we're gonna go do a little bit of work online. And you know, where we work while we're in our hometown is we like to work in places that really inspire us and kind of keep us in a high vibration. Because for me anyway, it's hard to work and focus when I do stuff online, when I'm just like in a little room and like feel trapped in a box. But the place where we go work here is actually where Mariah went to college.
Secret little hideout. And it's funny, it's actually in the business center by one of like the OG entrepreneurs in North Dakota, Harold Schaefer. And so we're working in that little area. We'll show you guys, but we're actually getting things ready right now. As many of you know, we've been wanting to transition to a business model that, you know, since we started our journey, that will allow us to be here and Arizona, like Tanner said. So reselling and everything we're doing with our community and the other businesses we're starting allow us to do that. And so we're preparing a webinar, actually, free masterclass, where we're going to be showing everybody, even you if you want to attend. Tanner can put the link in the description. But it's essentially can be applicable to you and help you achieve the life that you desire, life of freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. Maybe you've connected to a certain part of our story, like homeschooling your kids or being somewhere part of the year and somewhere else different part of the year.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about reselling is you can do it in any market, whether it's big or small market. It really doesn't matter. And same thing with, you know, the niche is, I always tell, you know, most people, if you're just starting, start off with furniture, because, you know, it doesn't take a lot of mechanical skills like flipping a car, like a boat or something like that. And you can source, you know, furniture for really cheap and oftentimes free if you know where to look for this stuff, and be able to do it consistently and do, you know, pretty big numbers.
It's a pretty high ticket niche. I mean, obviously you can do some small stuff, but focus on higher ticket items. That way you have a little bit more wiggle room for having higher profits. Especially in the beginning, it allows you to do that. But if you are super mechanically inclined and have the tools and such, you can flip, you know, campers or cars or things like that too, and do a good job. But yeah, furniture is like a pretty general niche that like anyone can do, that we usually push people toward, and then just expand and grow from there. But it can really be like something that, for instance, someone started flipping stuff and then they started a thrift store, or you can use it as a stepping stone to maybe start investing in real estate or do other things. And the reason that we say that is because it's such quick turnarounds and profits.
Yeah, or like this girl named Kelsey, she found us on YouTube like this, and she started flipping couches, and she made $1,600 in 2 days while working a full-time job. She was stressed out about, you know, making ends meet, and pregnant, mind you. This is a true story. And then just went after it, made $1,600 in 2 days flipping couches. And then now she's used those profits and everything she learned about reselling, and has now started her own online drop shipping brand. So, you know, that's just the nice thing about reselling in our story too, is we wanted something that would allow us to be able to live the life of our dreams, be able to homeschool our kid as well, and bring him with on this whole journey and show him everything that we're doing, because your kids are always watching your every move and they're absorbing, and it's, you know, at a young age it's programming their subconscious mind. So it's really important to instill like good beliefs. All right, so the place that we normally like to work is closed, so we're stuck working in the library in a room with 4 white walls, but we'll take it. Alrighty, so we're all done with our online work for the day. Mariah is tired. She's more of the integrator and like very smart at putting all this stuff together on the back end that we're doing in the online world. I'm more of the visionary.
Yeah, I think both of our brains are kind of frazzled. I think this is way different than what we were used to before, doing a lot of the physical work, and now it's more mental work as far as like most of the business that we do. We still, of course, like do flipping for fun, and just to show you guys what's possible, but that now is a break to me compared to like the mental load of all the stuff that we do now. Like, I'm so exhausted after like a few hours of doing online stuff that, you know, we usually take like a midday break, and that's kind of what we're doing now. So we're going to do that, probably eat, and then I have some stuff like I have to get done today. I have deadlines as far as like getting everything ready for the webinar for you guys, just like that live training that we're doing. And yeah, then we're probably going to do some stuff with like our pieces that we showed you guys earlier in the video. Other than that though, just enjoy the rest of our Saturday.
Trying to enjoy the last few weeks that we have here and spend some time with family as well. And but you know, I am super excited to get back down to Phoenix.
Yeah, I just think the energy there is really good too. Like, as far as work environment, it is very fast paced, which helps. But it was nice to like kind of cool off for a few months and still be able to work, but come from a headspace of like a relaxing environment. So excited to get back, but we're gonna take a break now, and then we'll catch you guys up with anything that we're doing later here. She's starting to limp over there. He's getting stronger. I don't know if he needs any yet, but watch. He might get some. He's getting stronger. He wasn't even moving when he first got in here.
Should be.
Watch. Oh, I think he's just trying to escape now, but...
Should we go put him in a greenhouse?
I don't know about that. Alright guys, it's the next day. We just got our tea at the place we get a tea shop. We got a tea at the place we get teas every day. And now we're going to take Piper to the park. And then after that, we have some more online stuff to do. And then we're gonna check on the dressers. I think that we showed you guys yesterday. Got a clip on. We have a couple left that we need to finish, but they're almost done and they're turning out really nice. I also wanted to go into a little bit on why some of them we don't do any work to. We just clean them up and maybe put like a new clear coat on. And some of them we choose to do a lot of work to. Obviously it depends on what you pay for things. If you pay, you know, $100 for something you can sell for $200, obviously you don't want to stick a bunch of time into it. But we won't buy things that need work, like a ton of work, unless we get it for free or we know we can sell it for quite a bit. So same thing like when we were flipping couches, same idea. So the one that we're doing the most amount of work to, it's actually a piece that's probably like 100 years old. So it's a restoration, and all we're doing is completely sanding it down. My grandpa fixed and patched some little areas and put new like wood there. And then we're going to finish staining it. That one's probably taking the most work out of all of the ones we've done. And we can probably sell it for about $300, so about $250 profit. But it's a cute little piece, and I know that by, she's nuts, adding that much work to it, we could make that much. But on a lot of other pieces, I don't need to do that much work to it, and it would take way too much time to make what I want to make, if that makes sense. So you could do more work to some of the pieces we're doing and like paint them and make them look, you know, nice or whatever. But a lot of the pieces are like really preserved from their era. So like the 70s or a lot of the pieces we have right now, and they look like brand new, so we don't have to do much work to them. Just clean them up, list them. We can still turn like 300, 350 profit on the set. But yeah, hope that provides a little bit of insight. We'll show you guys more once we get there. Hi, are you ready?
Can never go wrong with a little Texas Roadhouse. What the?
I found a deer antler. I knew you would do that. Really bad. I just feel really good.
All right, it's the next day. We're just working on a little bit of stuff for the live masterclass that we're going to be hosting on October 19th, this coming Saturday. And then we got a few things to do on the dressers that we're working on, and we also have, I think, 2 people coming to check out some stuff. But I just want to share or show you guys something real quick. An OG entrepreneur, I think Mariah was talking about it yesterday, from our hometown here in Bismarck, North Dakota, named Harold Schaefer. So we're actually working at the Harold Schaefer Leadership Center here in our hometown, and this was him right here. My grandma actually worked for him back in like the 70s or 80s, but he created a lot of products that are still being used today, like Mr. Bubble, and then I think glass wax. So this is like a wall that they created just for him. But that's gonna be it for this vlog. Super excited. We're gonna be heading back down to Arizona in a few weeks, so the next vlog is gonna be super exciting. We're gonna be moving into our dream apartment that we've been manifesting moving into now for almost 4 years. It's been a fun time in North Dakota this summer, but it's getting too cold. I think this morning when I woke up and got in the car, it said it was 37 degrees, so definitely time to get out of here. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next vlog. And if you want to register to attend the free live masterclass on October 19th, this Saturday, I'll have the link below. But other than that, we'll see you in the next video.